Girls, I'm back and today I'm here to share a salon experience with you guys, and I'm super excited because I have been itching to get my hair in order, and I'll explain what I mean by in order. A couple videos back I talked about some breakage that I had experienced at the crown of my head, and you know, my road to recovery and that whole thing and what I had planned on doing. And so I've been doing that. I've been wearing a lot less wash and goes. While the wash and goes were not the cause of the breakage, it was the way I was handling the hair and how fast I was moving in the detangling process and the shampooing process. Because of that, I had decided I was not going to get color at that time, and I was gonna wait like another 6 months to a year before I even thought about color again. But then I decided that while I didn't wait the entire 6 months, I did wait quite a while. I waited about 4 or 5 of the months anyway. So I decided that I would consult with a beautician and see what she thought, because it wasn't not a lot of breakage and you really couldn't freaking see it. Like, it was hard to find it. So I started to set out to find a beautician, and you guys don't even understand. I couldn't find anybody. I called beauticians and left messages. I called and spoke to some. They would be like, oh yeah, I'll call you back. Let me look at my books and I'll call you back. Never call me back. Some of them would be like, oh yeah, totally, I'll do your hair. Send me a photo. Once they saw my hair, girl, they was not calling me back. Okay. So I don't know if it was like an intimidation thing, like, oh, that's a lot of hair to deal with, or it was just, I'm booked and I don't really have time for you, which is fine, but I would have loved for them to actually had just told me that, you know, because it would have saved me a lot of time. And so literally, I'm not even exaggerating when I said I have gone through or contacted 6 beauticians within the last 4 months trying to get someone to just even trim my hair, okay? Out of frustration one day, after talking to one of the last beauticians I spoke to and her not calling me back or not returning my call, I just got so friggin' mad that I just got on Facebook and I was just like, I am so sick and tired of the disgusting customer service from beauticians, and you know, they just don't reach out to you, or they don't, when you reach out to them, they're just so unprofessional. And I was just so frustrated, so I just put all my frustrations out there about my hair situation. And a girlfriend of mine who is a beautician, but she lives in another state now, said, hey, she's actually my god baby's mom, and she said, hey, I have a girlfriend, she's good, and she's real good with natural hair and color, why don't you give her a shout? And so I don't know why I didn't even think to call her in the first place to see if she knew someone. But anyway, so I said, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And so I called her. She was booked. So instantly I got frustrated, and I was like, well, maybe this is just not meant to be. Maybe I'm just not meant to get color or to even cut, you know, trim my hair. Maybe I should just trim it myself, you know, just give it a whack and see what happens. And so I spoke to her. She was awesome. Her name's Val, and I'll leave her information below. And she was very kind. She said, you know what, I'm booked, and I am booked. I mean, I'm booked to like almost the rest of the year almost. So every Saturday is gone. All Fridays are gone, and her hours of operations are pretty slim to begin with. So she literally did not have the time. And so I said to her, well, you know, I don't know. She said, well, I have a girlfriend. She's a little further than I am, but if you want it done, she probably could get you in. So I said, okay, fine, I'll take her number. Boom, I get an appointment like that. I mean, like, she was like, hey, I got one Saturday at 1:30. And I'm like, really? Oh my God, I didn't expect for it to happen that fast. So I took the appointment, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get my hair done Saturday at 1:30. I'm thinking to myself, something's gonna happen, it's not gonna get done. The beautician, she's kind, she greets me. It's a really nice facility. They're suites. So in Texas, I noticed this is very different from California. In Texas, they have suites where each beautician has their own space, and they do hair out of that room or space or suite. And hers was it was fine. It was just a regular suite to me, you know, with beautician suite, kind of like what we're used to as far as the beauty shop's concerned. And so I went in, and she greeted me, and my husband went with me because he did some footage for me. And my appointment was for 1:30. We got started at 2, and you know, I kind of just talked to her about what I wanted. I had sent her a picture and everything, and she was like, okay, yep, no problem. She was like, I'm gonna tell you what because I didn't want my hair, the color, to start at the root. I just have seen that so many times and it looks very harsh and aggressive and I didn't want that. And she said, no, I'm going to do that. She was like, but it won't be what you think. She was like, it's not going to look like that. And so I just had a feeling I could trust her. Her color was the bomb. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just let her do her. And so I told her I wanted partial highlights. I didn't want full color and I didn't want an entire head of highlights. I went with my hair twisted in 1, 2, 4, 5. There was 5. I had 2 twists in the back, 2 twists on the side, and 1 at the top. And I wore a protective style, which I'll show you guys for that whole week before I went to get my hair done. And so the hair was pretty much detangled. It wasn't completely detangled, but it should not have been as difficult for her to detangle as it was. Now, she's supposed to be really good with natural hair. A lot of her clients seem to be women with natural hair that I saw that came in. However, y'all, I don't know that she's familiar with my length of hair, because, and I say that because she was she used a paddle brush, which I love the paddle brush. I have one and I've been using it to detangle. I gave my dead men up. Love it. One of the best decisions. However, man, let me just say this. My scalp is so freaking tender, so sore. Like my head was like literally jerking back like this. And I was like, oh my God, she's going to rip out every follicle of hair that I have just in the detangling process. And so I was frightened. And so anyway, we get past the coloring process or the detangling process. We get to the coloring. That process was fine. I noticed she did not use any foil. A lot of times when I watch videos or see other stylists do hair, they use the foil on the hair. She did not do that. There was no foil. And that was kind of surprising. And I was kind of concerned about that. I was like, how is this going to happen or work? You know, like she's not covering my hair with foil. I don't know if it's because my hair was just too long, like, because it was longer than I even realized, guys. I mean, I didn't even realize it was that long. And so she was like, she didn't use any. And so I didn't ask about it either. I was just like, okay, she must know what she's doing. I mean, I don't know. So I sit for about 10 minutes. She put something on my hair before she even started the color process in the back of the hair. She said that will give the hair shine. Because of my natural color, the dark brown is a very dry, naturally dry looking color, and so she put something on there that would give it some life, and it really did. It really looked good. And so she put that on there, and then she covered the entire head, ponytail wise, whatever from whatever hair she gathered, she put that into foil. And then she sat me down and I just kind of hung out there for a little bit while she worked on some of her other folks. And then she came back over, she washed my hair. Conditioning was not what I expected. She did not use a lot of conditioner. The conditioner she used, she says, is very concentrated, so you don't need a lot of it. The only problem with that is my hair is very dense. While it may be lengthy and while, you know, it may look and have a softer texture than what she may be used to dealing with, it is still very dense. And my hair can get very thick if it's not if you don't deal with it the right way. And so I had a lot of tangles because my hair was then now wet. And so she was, guys, I mean, plowing through my tangles, and like I said, my hair was just jerking back yet again. And so I was just like so concerned, and like, you know, she was just kind of pulling apart my strands and to get the tangles loosened, and I was just like, oh my God, this is not good. And so anywho, she rinsed the hair, she conditioned it. She did not detangle it in the bowl while it was soaking wet. That was a major concern to me. She detangled it and blow dried it at the same time. I did not like that. She then put the product in and begins to actually straighten my hair with a flat iron. And by this time I can really see the color starting to show up. And I was like, wow, she did a phenomenal job with the color. I love, 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 love the results of the color. I asked for a honey blonde, and this is a mix that she does herself. It is it's her own personal mix. One thing I did notice in her shop, she has lots of certificates and such from Redken, Paul Mitchell, and some other big names where she's actually been to their trainings in schools and stuff like that. She has a mixologist what's the word I'm looking for? A mixologist award, if you will, or certificate. And so that was great to see that she knows her stuff when it comes to color. And I saw her do another lady's color. It was gorgeous. So I will return to her for color treating, for her to do my hair. Like, and she did not use box color. A lot of the times, one of the reasons I had a hard time finding a beautician to begin with was they all used box color. On her website, she shows you what she uses. She uses chromatic and some other names. It's on her website. And I was instantly like, yes, because everyone else is using box color. And so she was like, I don't use box color because it dries your hair out. And so she said this stuff will not, you know, it won't dry your hair out unless you just don't take care of it. She did spray a protein treatment on there for me. The kind that she uses, a spray leave-in protein treatment. So that was pretty interesting. She gave me 3, and I'll have them show you guys, 3, it's a shampoo, a conditioner, and a spray, which is the spray protein that she uses. And they are super expensive. It's from a company called Pureology, and it's for curly, color-treated hair. And my God, it's $27 for the shampoo and for the conditioner, and then heaven knows how much for the spray. So I'm like trying to figure out how to pick that up in somewhere else. So she had a very conservative approach with the color. She didn't just like go full force, and her technique, like she kind of ran it across the hair like this. Like she would straighten, make sure the hair was completely detangled, and then hold the strands out, hit strand out, and then do this, the section of hair. And she would run the brush across the section of hair and then take the brush and go down. And she did not leave it on my hair as long as I thought she would have, so that I didn't get too much color to begin with. And then she put something else on it to lift the color, she said, a little bit, so that because at first I guess it was more of a copper brown, and so to get more of that honey blonde look. So yeah, and I love it. I absolutely love the color, and I would totally do it again. I think it looks really good. It looks natural, which is really important to me. I really enjoy my experience as far as the color itself. She does a phenomenal job color-wise. And even like straightening my hair, I have been to several stylists in Texas, and none of them can straighten my hair where it survives the Texas heat. And while it wasn't extremely hot yesterday, it was about 80. Yesterday was cool. Today was 82, but I went outside and my hair didn't flare up and poof. So I really appreciate that. She told me exactly how to care for the hair. Like I told you, she gave me the Pureology set to use, and so I'll be using that. And then I'm just gonna do what she says. She was like, just continue to do what you're doing. But let me just show you guys the color. I lost about 2 to 2.5 inches of hair in the trim. Can you see? There we go. Before she trimmed the hair, and I'll show you guys some footage. When I did the picture, I was supposed to pull it all the way down, but I didn't, and I kind of stopped like that right there. But it was right here, so it was at my tailbone before I got my trim. And so here we go. And this is, I'll show you guys the color in the back. You see, there's a change, but it's very subtle. And you really see it in the light. So, yeah. So that's it, guys. That's the color. Naptuals85 made a video about her color, and she gave some tips on getting color, or before you get the color, some things to do. And I really followed that, not to the T, but for the most part. And I did a lot of research and watched a lot of videos beforehand. I followed Naptuals' advice as far as knowing what I wanted. The one thing I wish I would have followed was, she talked about the girl detangling her hair and how she was kind of the same way and kind of too harsh with the hair, and she didn't say anything. I wish I would have said something as well. So if you guys get your hair colored professionally, you're paying these people a load of money. Tell them to ease up on the process of detangling. Like, I even offered to detangle it myself, like Naptuals suggested in the video, but this stylist wasn't going for it. She refused. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or anything that I didn't address in the video, please leave the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoy the clips of what I was able to pick up.
in my time zone when my mind's gone and I'm flying home and I'm stressed out and I'm tempted to get that styrofoam and go pull it up, but you know what's up and you know that ain't gon' solve nothing. I mean, Lord forbid I might fall or something, I'm all another cause all I need is you to hold me down like bed straps at a psych ward. It's killing me, but you still with me when I fight hard and you digging me when I'm egging you. Deal with me when my car's pulled. Could've dealt with me, but you fell for me before I fell for you. Keep me on that right path and the right math is you plus nothing's everything. You my everything, saying you ain't gotta question my allegiance, cause the way you love me, I could never leave you. I need you.
By my side, thick and thin, highs and lows, don't let go. We gon' ride, we gon' win, don't know how, all I know. You, all I ever needed. You, all I ever needed. You, all I ever needed. You're all I ever needed.
How did I fall in this? No condition that get a mention, but you offer this unconditional love, I swear I sell it all for this. Trying to keep it together, forget my awkwardness, but often it's just you and me off in this valley of shadows, and I know they tryna pick me off in this, but all I need is you. It's funny just how off I get when I ain't riding with you. No adjectives for your awesomeness. They burning one for that burnout. This life done got them all turned out. Took time out to put time in, so I turn to you when I want out. Need is you. You slow me down cause you know me now. With my phony smile and I'm acting like it's all copacetic. It's so pathetic, so juvenile. Know what you do? You keep me cool in the summer when they be dressing less and I be wanting to show off and stunt. If there ain't nothing to want, you give me all that I need. All I need is you to keep that fire burning for me. All I need is you.
By my side, thick and thin, highs and lows.